So let's look at Hooke's law. What does Hooke's law state with respect to an elastic body? Hooke's law states that provided the elastic limit of a body is not exceeded, the extension of an elastic body is directly proportional to the load or applied force. Let me repeat that again. Hooke's law it states that provided that the elastic limit of an elastic body is not exceeded, the extension of such elastic body is directly proportional to the load applied. That means the more load or force you apply, the more the extension, so far you don't exceed the elastic limit. So this goes to show that if you have a force F, according to this Hooke's law, it says that the extension is directly proportional to the force. So that means the force applied is directly proportional to the what? To the extension E, where F here represent what? Force or load. E represent what? Extension. Force is in Newton. The unit of force is what? Newton. Newton N. While the unit for extension is what? Meters. Meter M. So according to variation, you now bring in your constant of proportionality so that force will now be equals to what? The constant times what? The extension. So this is Hooke's law. Force is directly proportional to what? Extension, or you can say extension is directly proportional to what? The force. Then you bring in your constant. It's as simple as that. And then this, if you make this constant the subject of the formula, when what we mean by making subject of formula is you make k to stand alone. You make k to do what? Stand alone. And since k, the operation that bounds k on this side of the equation is multiplication. That means if you divide both sides by k, I mean if you divide both sides by e will be cancelled out and k will be left alone. So if you divide both sides by e will cancel that. E will cancel that, so that we will now have what? K will stand alone equals to what? Force over extension, which equals to, you can call it what? Force constant. Force what? Constant. And the unit is what? The unit of force here is Newton, and the unit of extension here is what? Meter. So the unit of force constant will be what? Newton per meter. Or you write it this way, Newton per meter. So the unit for force constant K is what? Newton per meter. So force constant K there, what it means is that it is the measure of the strength of a wire or a body under deformation. Mm? Force constant K is the measure of the strength of a body under deformation. So every substance have their amount of strength they can withstand deformation, so that if you deform them, they are able to bounce back to the original this thing. So every substance have their K value, their force constant value. You understand? So that is it from Hooke's law. So Hooke's law states that what? F is directly proportional to what? Extension. So that F will be equals to what? The force constant times what? Extension. F is in Newton, E is in meters, K is in what? Newton per meter. So that is it about Hooke's law.